Hi girls, it's Tuesday, and I hope the sound is working.
I'm Monday.
I'm Tuesday.
I'm Wednesday.
I'm Thursday.
I'm Friday. Yay!
Today is awesome because of this. Just an amazing t-shirt that Grace got me, and I'm happy. I was challenged by Catherine to share with you some of my favorite quotes from books. Next one comes from The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. And this is the last paragraph in the book. I wanted to tell the book thief many things about beauty and brutality, but what could I tell her about those things that she didn't already know? I wanted to explain that I am constantly overestimating and underestimating the human race, that rarely do I simply estimate it. I wanted to ask her how the same thing could be so ugly and so glorious, and its words and stories so damning and brilliant. None of those things, however, came out of my mouth. All I was able to do was to turn to Liesel and to tell her the only truth I know. I said it to the book thief, and I say it to you. I am haunted by humans. Next is from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And then, with a little shudder, the elf became quite still, and his eyes were nothing more than the great glassy orbs, sprinkled with light from the stars they could not see. The last one comes from Looking for Alaska by John Green, but I lent out my copy, so I'm just going to read it to you. When adults say teenagers think they're invincible with that sly, stupid smile on their faces, they don't know how right they are. We need never be hopeless because we can never be irreparably broken. We think that we are invincible because we are. We cannot be born, and we cannot die. Like all energy, we can only change shapes and sizes and manifestations. They forget that when they get old. They get scared of losing and failing. But that part of us greater than the sum of our parts cannot begin and cannot end, so it cannot fail. Next is my challenge. I'd like whoever I spin to show us your favorite piece of jewelry and tell us a story about it. Grace. I was also challenged by Kathleen, and for Kathleen, that was not a challenge, that was a punishment, but I happily did it, so here you go.
I'm gonna tell you about a beat that's gonna make you move your feet. Pop it, lock it, polka dot it, country, five and hip hop it. Put your heart in the sky, move side to side, jump to the left, stick it, glide. Boom, that clap, a boom, da clap, 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 boom, that clap, a boom, da clap. If the barbecue show and tell you how to move, if you're 5 or 82, this is something you can do. Pop it, lock it, polka dot it, country, five and hip hop it. Put your heart in the sky, move side to side, jump to the left, stick it, glide.
And I will end with my story, which I just deleted in the Word document. Here we go. The girl woke up. She looked around, picked up the stick next to her, and wondered what was happening. She wondered what was going on. As the next hour progressed, she began to experiment with the stick, and with her own power she discovered she had. She had the ability to fly, and she could control plant life. She grew beautiful gardens, and with the stick, she can control light and dark, could open doors, windows, anything that was locked, and she can also entrance other people. For the first few days, she was happy. She was content, and there were so many new things to discover. But slowly, she felt longing for her old life, for the simplicity, for the carefreeness she had when she was dancing. In this new land, there wasn't dance, there wasn't music, there was little festivity. And she realized that when she started to dance, she lacked the ability to. She just couldn't find the same inspiration with it. She sat down behind a tree and began to think, how can I get back to my other life? As she was deep in thought, suddenly, I'll see you tomorrow with the next installment, Grace.